I am both Master Hand and Prophet. And you, Maxwell Majek, are about to embark on a journey.
Hey, kids, it's second class cinema!
Hey!
We're gonna be watching kids' movies the whole month!
Hey!
Let's start the show!
Welcome to Second Class Cinema, the show where we watch a B movie and immediately discuss it. I'm Tom. I'm here with Brittany, Eric, and Aaron.
Woo!
Hi, Aaron.
Hey, Kids Month. Welcome to Kids Month.
Yeah! Still riding hard. Still riding Kids Month. You know how we do.
Riding dirty.
Trying to catch me riding dirty.
Riding Kids Month. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I take it back.
No, riding kids movies. Kids Month is creepy.
Okay, moving on.
Yes.
Yep.
So, tonight we watched the movie Max Magician and the Legend of the Ring.
Yeah.
The 2002. Aaron picked this movie.
Supplied
We
by
had
Aaron.
him supply this movie.
Yep. I had to drive all the way back to my parents' house where all my DVDs are and dig it out of the pile of DVDs. Effort was put into finding this film.
You had to cross
bringing
state
it
lines to
here.
get this film.
I had to cross state lines to get this film.
Effort was also put into watching this film.
Exactly. Actually, I have something to tell you guys.
All right, I'd love to hear a story.
This is I've never told anyone this before, but
All right.
I'm actually a wizard, and this film. Why are you laughing? This film is my biography.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, this makes sense.
So you are Max.
It's loosely based on me and a couple other wizards, but yes, it follows my life pretty closely. Yeah, my early life very closely.
Who scribed this?
It's not important. Let's move on.
Is it a secret?
Is this like the Bible?
A little bit.
Okay, good. All right, that's good. That's relief. So I guess that's why you picked it. Aaron's a wizard, so he wanted to kind of come out of the wizard hat. What would that be called?
Let's just move on. Let's just keep this going.
Okay.
Broom closet? Broom closet. We'll go
Okay,
with that.
yeah, it comes out of the broom closet. And is that why?
It's not even.
Is that why you picked this movie?
Wizards totally ride brooms.
Yes, it is. I want to share this with you guys. I thought that maybe you'd really, really appreciate this.
So why don't you tell us the tale of you becoming a wizard, which is in fact the story of the movie we watched tonight.
Okay, so in this, again, based loosely on my early years, a young me, played by a young man whose name I didn't bother to look up, is...
His name is Rumpelstiltskin. Oh no, that's the wrong tab.
That's so weird because I totally wrote down something about Rumpelstiltskin.
I'm not surprised. Continue, Aaron.
Young man who he's kind of nerdy, finds is given a magical book and goes to a magical world where he has to fight for good against the forces of evil.
So yeah, that pretty much sums up the movie.
Sums up my life.
You've lived a pretty bitchin' life, Aaron.
Life is hard.
So wait, so in this movie, he was given this book by
Mr. Tim.
Mr. Tim,
Mr. Tim.
an older wizard. Mm-hmm. Who was that in your life?
That was Mr. Timothy Dalton.
As we all know, is a high class wizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
High class.
Former James Bond, high class wizard. Yes.
Highfalutin.
He gave me the book, and I really appreciate that. So shout out to Tim, Mr. Dalton.
Excellent. Well, that's good to know. You'll have to introduce us someday.
I probably won't.
All right. Well, that's a shame. So I guess let's dive into the successes and failures of this movie from the perspective of when this movie came out in 2002. So let's talk about kids who were born in roughly the early 90s, right? Maybe they would have liked this movie. What may
This movie.
What may have they liked?
This movie was not made for anyone at any point in any time that ever lived on planet Earth.
Slow down for a second.
You're kind of dissing.
Hold on. What?
No one. This movie was made for no one.
No, that's not true. This movie was made for everybody. It's a family movie. It doesn't have any swearing.
No.
It has very little violence. It has good family themes.
Violence. A lot of people died, but it wasn't very violent. But so
true.
No,
the
they just went into comas.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes.
So family movies, right? Does that mean that there's jokes for both children and adults?
Yeah, we had some kid jokes in there.
We didn't have any adult jokes.
Yeah, we did.
No, we had a mouse
couple
implying that he had a dick.
Yeah, we had a mouse joke. We had a dick joke. We had, the dad, he didn't give a shit joke. I mean, just like my real dad didn't give a shit.
Oh, so that mirrored your life pretty accurately.
Oh, yeah. Dad never gave a shit.
Oh.
Your dad just read the paper.
Yeah. Actually,
And looked pissed.
And never zipped up his fly.
fun fact, the actor who played my dad in the movie is my dad.
What?
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Oh, very cool. Well, that's interesting news.
I feel bad for making fun of your dad's lips this whole time.
No, you don't.
True, I don't. But no, to answer your question, I can't imagine anyone liking this movie.
Yeah.
Like, in a serious manner, like, seeing it and being like, that was awesome.
You don't think this movie may have fooled, I don't know, the same crowd that would enjoy Barney?
So, like, 6-year-olds?
Maybe?
I feel like when...
I don't know.
There's a certain tipping point in a child's life where they actually understand what's shit. And I think this movie may
Some
have
people
slipped
never
by.
get to that point.
I'm going to
Yeah.
level with you. Kids like colors. You can turn on the TV, you can turn it to a test pattern, and kids will watch it. So that was kind of our thinking when making this, was that, on a budget, we can make this real cheap, get it out there, get the families, bring in the kids, show grandma, have a good time.
So what I'm not understanding is that this is your story and you made this movie?
No, I mean, us as in like
The royal we?
the yes,
Yeah, the universal us that's humankind?
exactly.
Wizard
But,
kind.
I'm sorry.
It's
Sorry, wizard kind.
there's nothing offensive about it. That's
No.
what we wanted. We wanted it to be inoffensive.
Yeah,
So
accessible.
It's an inoffensive film. So maybe it's not made for everybody, but it's made for, the little kids who need, the parents need to go sneak into the back and, chug some whiskey or something. They put this on the TV and they go and do their thing, and the kids are entertained for a little while, and they see the wizards and the magic, and they like the trees, and they see the elves. It's good. It's good. It's
I don't know. I think we'd be wildly underestimating children to assume that they would get any joy from this.
How many years did kids watch Pokemon? How many years now?
Yeah, but
How many
the
years did
only-
this kid watch Pokemon?
The only colors in this movie were green, which is fine, I guess.
You can go outside and see green.
Yeah.
And trust
Kids
me,
go
they
outside.
did.
Yeah, all right.
So, I mean, did this movie do anything right for its audience, even
think
at
so.
the time?
I was going to say, even like going back to me being a child, being like 6 or 7 years old, if this movie came out in 1993 or 4, I still would have been like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think I would have liked it.
I would have turned off my like Final Fantasy 4 and like gone over to the TV and watched this and be like, fuck this, and go back to the Super Nintendo. That would happen.
And I love fantasy stuff, so I feel like I had a pretty high tolerance for fantasy bullshit. But I don't think I would have liked this as
No.
a child.
All right. So, since we can all agree, I guess there was no successes, except for Aaron, because it mirrors your actual life.
I mean,
I think that
I have actual successes written down,
Oh, that's what
But-
that's what I'm asking.
but nothing in regard to like age relation. Like the makeup, practical makeup was pretty decent on a couple of characters for seemingly not fitting the rest of the budget or look of this movie.
You mean Tim Curry? Are you talking about Tim Curry?
Yeah, like that was serviceable.
Yeah, it looked good.
Some of the little like minion goons had like okay makeup. They utilized their falcon. That was a total plus.
The one shot they had of the Falcon.
There was like 7. Or do they just keep using the same one over and over?
yeah, it was just one, maybe 2 shots of the Falcon.
I've been duped with falconry.
Listen, have you ever hired a Falcon trainer before? Do you know how expensive they are?
They
No,
do
we
don't.
We had to get something across as quick as possible. You have very little money, so you do with what you got.
You keep saying we.
The universal we.
Aaron, did you secretly make this movie and that's why you brought it over?
Because it's my based on my life.
Your life's work.
My argument for this movie would be that it's completely inoffensive. We made this for the family so that they go to the video store and they pick it up and they go home and they watch it with the kids. Nobody gets offended. And it's a completely inoffensive film all around. So you could view this as a success in that nobody got offended by this film.
I guess you could.
You could,
but-
if one wants to take that argument, but then you could also view that point as a risk, because this movie, by taking no risks and playing it absolutely safe, pretty much guaranteed no one would ever like it.
Yeah.
You just watched a family film. Don't act like that's a risk.
It's like zero conflict.
Yeah, there
Like
was
zero consequence.
like
What are you talking about?
this movie. Okay, so the ending of the movie. This movie ended because our bad guy was grossed out by mice. That's why this movie was
Spoiler
over.
alert, ladies and gentlemen. Spoiler alert.
By the way, it did happen that way in the real context.
Rewind 5 seconds back, then fast forward through it.
I just wrote in like inch tall letters, "Mice killed him?" ?
No, mice ate him, shit him out, and turned him into a mouse. And that's how it ended.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That
how
is-
King
that is how it happened.
Dagdad, or whatever his name is.
I think it was Dagda, but I wrote Dagda.
Dagdada. So,
The doy down to Dasketol.
Wait, I have one more strength.
yes. Continue.
Yes.
Go on, we're floundering here.
This movie was unintentionally hilarious for the first 40 minutes.
All right, half one.
That'll be all.
That was.
Yeah?
The defense rests.
We're like, what is this? Is this Doomhouse? You can't fool me. This is Doomhouse.
Oh, it was so funny for like a half hour. I was like, this can't be real. Basically, this movie is a LARP.
LARPers need something to do, and they can show off their skills.
Yeah. How do you think
Yeah.
LARPers
Yeah, I
afford their
guess.
sticks? They have to be in a movie.
Bingo.
That's what they had. That was the ultimate weapon.
Yeah.
Besides mice.
There was only sticks and mice in
Staff.
the movie.
Yeah.
Do you think it was made by like LARPers who were just like,
I know it was made by LARPers.
Do you really?
Yes.
He's got the paperwork to show you.
So I got Kevin the director, and Kimberly the writer, and I said, listen to me now. We're going to write this, and I know it's got some complicated stuff, and we don't have the budget to do it, but we're going to get some LARPers, because they love to fight. They said they don't look anything like the part, and I said, listen, we do with what we got.
And you did with what you had.
Yeah, we did
I
with
must
what we
say.
had,
I
yeah.
must say.
Yeah.
So, on that note, what did this movie fail at accomplishing?
Nothing.
It failed at accomplishing, I don't know, technical achievements.
Literally every single line is ADR'd, and it's ADR'd by someone that doesn't understand what the line means.
Yes. Was the whole movie ADR?
I don't think they used production audio once. Aaron, you're a wizard of production
Yeah.
audio. Why don't you help us out?
No, I am just a wizard in general. Had nothing to do with production audio, but yes, our first day of production, the sound mixer fell into a lake. All of his gear was destroyed, and we had a tight schedule. We had to get this thing done.
Oh,
So,
But
with that said, yes, the audio is all kinds of off. We had very little time. Special effects, sounds don't make any sense. The dialogue was recorded by the same people who said it, and therefore it makes even less sense. It's not. It's a. I wouldn't say it's a negative, but it's not a positive.
what do you call those?
Middles.
In-betweeners.
Middles. All right.
Middles.
All right.
The galloping. Whenever like a child character would run, it would just be like heavy horse hooves galloping. It was like the best thing I ever seen.
Now, in order to save money, if you're a wizard, and I know this for a fact because I've seen a couple of wizard-directed movies, you can actually get a small horse and dress him up as a child using magic illusions. And you can save a lot of money that way because you don't have to pay for a child actor.
No, that's completely wrong.
Oh, okay.
We
I'm sorry. What did you guys do?
We just actually went to a farm and just put shoes on a horse and just
okay.
and we just tased that sucker and then we
Okay.
just recorded it
Gotcha. Okay, all right. That makes
on
a lot
my
more
phone.
sense.
What kind of shoes?
What kind of shoes? Nikes. Air Jordans.
I thought you were going to say horseshoes.
No, Air Jordans.
Okay, Air Jordans.
Pretty
Like
loud
expensive
for
ones?
Well,
sneakers.
it's pretty pumped up, is what it is.
Oh, I got you.
All right.
Now, do you half pump those or you pump them all the way?
No, you pump them up all the way.
good.
Yeah, because when the horse comes down, you really want that sound of the foot because you want that galloping sound.
All right,
that good
cool.
galloping
Yeah,
sound.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So where else did the movie go wrong?
Acting was terrible.
Acting?
It was terrible.
Terrible.
That's what I said.
I can agree with that.
Worst actors ever, if we're going verbatim, is what I wrote down.
All right. I buy it.
Everyone's delivery and timing was so fucking atrocious.
Oh, dude.
Like it wasn't even like they were bad actors. It was like they had never actually partaken in a normal human conversation before in their lives.
That fucking guy, Tom Tit Tot.
His actual name, by the way.
his-
says it right in the
He
credits.
was the biggest thing in my negative column because he was disgusting and creepy and I hated him.
Every time he rhymed.
But Mr. Tim made it out all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I have some stuff about Mr. Tim in the risks column.
You better not. You better not.
Mr. Tim is a pretty risky guy.
What about Tit Tot?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a goddamn saint.
Dude, every time Tommy Tits would rhyme, it would like hurt my soul. Like
So everything he said
everything he said was painful.
was a painful rhyme for you.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so bad.
Why particularly?
Why was it bad?
Was it just forced? Do you
Yeah,
feel?
it was so. It was. I mean, it was just. It was pandering to children.
It's the
And
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
I
thing
think
that.
that's what this movie is for.
I understand, but like sometimes that's like cringeworthy. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like, I get it. This is like cringeworthy.
It's like the kind of thing that even a kid would be like, "Oh, this is. I don't like this at all."
Yeah, I'm supposed to like this, right? Okay, I guess I will.
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel like we've all had those feelings as a child, and I'm shameful of it.
I'm ashamed of the man I've become. Aaron, I know you had a lot to do with this movie.
Correct.
It being your life. You've put a lot of heart and soul into it.
Right.
Where did you think it could have improved?
On nothing. Well, we went to go film this in a small town, and we did all of our casting at a little community theater. So that's where a lot of our actors came from. And we had to work with what we got. So said we need this grand wizard. Well, the only guy who comes in is 7 feet tall, and he's we're gonna do all that. Mr. Tim. Based on my friend Mr. Timothy Dalton. Doesn't we tried to find someone who looks vaguely like him, but you do with what you got. It was all community theater actors, so we had to do with what we had. But knowing that this was gonna be made for kids, for the families, and for grandma, we were okay with that.
All right, fair enough. I mean, at the end of this movie, you've purchased this at a Walmart dump bin. That's what
the
they're
dumpster at Walmart.
That's what they're called. You maybe rented this movie. I don't know. At the end of this movie,
Nobody rented this.
are you satisfied as a family? Is the family unit satisfied?
I think if I made my Nana watch this, she would be so upset. She'd be like,
Would she be
I
offended?
don't have a lot of years left. I can't believe you wasted my time with this shit.
Poor Nana.
Nana would be pissed.
Yeah, so Nana's upset. The kids aren't happy. Dad's pissed. I know that.
Oh, yeah, Dad's reading the paper during this whole thing, and he can't fucking concentrate because there's so much goddamn noise going on.
So, I mean, is this movie truly successful at all if satisfaction is not
I
achieved?
have some more negatives
Me
if I can
too.
share them.
All right, well, you know what? Let Eric talk. God damn it!
Oh, fuck you too.
This is a very small gripe, but they kept grabbing the mice on screen by the tail. And
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's animal cruelty. And
I
it's
found
pissing
that
me off every time.
offensive. You can add that to your list.
So was that part of the autobiography?
That's actually how it
that's
happened.
true? Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
okay, let's move on.
Fair enough. All right.
You don't want to talk about
I
that
don't talk
part?
about that. Nope.
Yeah.
No. He doesn't want me talking about that either.
Oh, wow.
Our
Pete is
publicist,
involved.
Yep,
his
nope.
publicist mentioned that at the beginning of the show.
To be fair, he did just tell me that he tased a horse, and I was unaffected by that. So I'm very
Picking up a
inconsistent.
mouse by
I'm
the
very
tail.
inconsistent
Listen.
in my criticism.
PETA
can't save
says
everyone, Eric.
You can't harm animals during production, but post-production it doesn't say anything at all.
Yeah, while the movie's being edited in post-production, you can do whatever you want to that animal.
I can't even begin to tell you how many different animals we tase to get the different sounds we hear.
Yeah, Foley
people
artists get whatever they want.
Sometimes they said, "Oh boy, that's really illogical to do that," and I said, "You know what? I'm going to tase this pig. Whatever sound I get from it, I'm going to use."
I think that's what they use for the sound of Predator.
Yeah, it
It
is.
was a tased
Yeah.
pig.
They just went. Yeah.
That's good.
The effects in this movie were terrible.
Yes, they look like
Like-
screensavers from Windows 95.
Did
Get that sweet After Dark pack.
the like CG tree with the door in it to get to the other magical world was so bad.
Oh, yeah.
The first time they showed it, you could just see the flat edge of it, like not covering all the shrubbery behind it.
You know what's funny? When this film premiered the first time, it was on a tube TV, right? And on the tube TV, it cuts off the 10% on every side, right?
Yeah.
So at first, when we watched it, we didn't notice. During the premiere, we didn't notice that happened. So now in the age of your plasma orgasm TVs,
My plasma orgasms,
yeah.
okay.
it's not what I said, Tom.
Oh, my
It's
bad.
Not,
That's what I heard.
not
Wait, I
funny.
want to hear about your plasma orgasms.
Moving on.
Moving on. You can see all the problems with the special effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kevin,
They
who
were
did-
bountiful.
Yeah, Kevin, the director who did all the special effects, even said that I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, really?
This is my first time doing this.
I've never
could
done
tell.
it before. In Max's room, which was full of little magical items, in the background we see a computer. a very dated computer for what I would imagine to be 2002. This computer looked like it was from 1996 or so, maybe 95.
Yeah.
And I bet you that's what they did the graphics on.
You are correct, yes.
Oh, okay, good. I had a hunch, and I wanted to follow through.
Well, always trust your hunch, Tom, because you're always right.
Thanks,
Back
man.
to
I kind of know that. Any other failures?
Failures is we just don't the plot seems like it's the story rather seems like it's happening. And it never seems like it involves myself. I mean, Max.
Yeah.
In it. So it's these grand battles are happening, and for some reason they just have me sleeping in the woods the whole time.
They're just happening around you.
Right, exactly. So it just seems like it's they cut me out of the script writing process at a point, and they're like, well, how can we make this really exciting? Let's have this kid sleep in the woods.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
That is exciting.
That is pretty exciting. And you know what? I disagree with that.
That's not exciting?
No. The parents don't like that. The kids don't like that. Grandma doesn't care.
Grandma never cared, to be fair.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't want to see a kid sleep in the woods.
That is true, because that only leads to one thing.
Couldn't anyone have read the spells out of that book?
Yeah, what made you so
If
special?
we're getting real.
Well, because I had the book.
You did
And
have
you
the
saw
book.
Tim, Tom, Norman,
Tommy Tits.
the Bates.
He gave you the book?
No, well, he did the spell and then he started spinning around. That's real.
Oh, I thought you were talking
yeah.
about Mr. Tim.
So you're right. Anybody could have got that book and read out of it, and that's what we showed in that scene.
You know what? I buy that. I will say that salvaged.
Salvaged.
I have one
Yeah.
more failure.
All right, let's talk about this last failure.
Did anyone else notice the weirdly heavy-handed environmental message
Yes.
towards the middle of the movie?
I thought they were going to keep running with it and get like totally Birdemic on
Me
us.
too. I was like, this is like a la Birdemic right
Yes.
now. I don't know why this just took such a strange turn.
I don't actually. I may have missed that. Someone explain it to me.
There was a little part where the elf princess was talking to Max about how like they're connected to the forest and the forest is connected to them. Whenever a forest gets knocked down, then they feel it and their powers lessen. I can tell you're allergic to how terrible this is.
God bless me.
And it kind of felt like Brittany's like it felt very
Yeah, they were like,
jammed
we
in.
can't live without the forest, and it can't live without us.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's-
this just fits nowhere in here.
Have you ever tried living without the forest? You tell me
This
you tried
chain
living
of
without the forest.
causation makes no sense.
Well, the weird part is they go to that for like 30 seconds and then they never come back to that message.
Yeah, exactly.
I was expecting it to be like a more frequent thing, which would have made it even bigger train wreck.
I was like, okay, that was weird. Moving on.
Yeah, I completely missed that. That's not good.
I think they were just like,
you just blacked out.
Yeah, that was a good
At
period of this
At
movie.
the time, everybody was making that. So any movie that was filmed in the forest, they were just making that statement in
Yeah.
general anyway.
that's kind of a frequent thing that shows
Yeah.
up in kids' movies from
Oh
that
yeah,
era
yeah.
too.
So we
makes sense.
We felt like we had to do it too.
All right, so I mean, we talked about how this movie completely failed for kids at the time. We talked about some successes of the movie overall. So, I mean, is it even worth having the discussion whether or not maybe some kids nowadays would like this movie? I bet you the likelihood is very slim.
I think if kids these days understand irony, which I think they do, they might actually enjoy this. But
I don't know, kids that young. I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's really the only credit I can give. Sorry, Aaron.
You are underestimating how dumb children are.
I
You're
might be.
underestimating how just incredibly stupid young children are.
I don't know. I had impeccable taste as a child. I used to watch Willow like 17 times a day.
Recently, I played a child in chess, beat them.
How bad?
9 times out of 10.
9 to,
Yeah,
wow,
how about that?
You're losing on that
just
10th
shows that just shows you.
That 10th time, though.
That just shows you
That just
how many
shows you
times
that-
That's troublesome.
That will
How
show
many times
you
I
that
won?
a child
just kept winning. I
playing
couldn't
a
stop
wizard at
winning.
chess
Did you use
will
magic?
win
Did you
once out of every
cheat?
10 times.
Did you cheat?
Well,
Did you use magic? Magic is cheating.
I wouldn't say I cheated. I would say that I used the abilities that I had available to me at the time.
Yeah, and so what if that kid is human and you're a wizard?
So what?
Yeah, so the fuck
So
what?
he didn't grow. He wasn't born a wizard. How's that my fucking fault?
I'm ashamed of you.
So, risks. We may have touched on it. We kind of did a little bit. Britt, I know you got something.
I have 2.
All right,
I
we
had
got 2.
one.
You had 1, now we're up to 2.
First and foremost, I think a child going into the woods with an elderly man and then blacking out and waking up alone is a huge risk to put in a children's movie.
Are you sure?
Now, hold on. I don't know. I don't get
pretty
it.
confident. I'm going to stand by my guns on this one.
Did that happen in Dennis the Menace?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Maybe that was me. Never mind.
My other risk is that anyone thought that they could make a movie. This is a risk.
Yeah. So, Aaron, I know you're familiar with some of the behind-the-scenes actions. You were there for it. You lived it, even.
Yes, that's correct.
Explain to me some of the mentality that maybe was given from you to the director. You know what I mean? Like how did you set him on his path to make this movie?
Well, they approached me and they said, we want to make a movie about your life, and I said, oh, that's great. And then they came
That's
back to me
beautiful.
and said that they want to incorporate some stories about other magicians, not just myself into it. So they said, well, we don't have a lot of budget for this, so we gotta be careful here. So what we're gonna shoot, right? So. But when in the writing process that I was cut out of, they're like, "How are we going to get around these things?" Well, amnesia. We're just going to knock the kid out.
Okay.
We're gonna cut to each one of these magicians' separate experiences by knocking this kid out. So that's why we knock this kid out 3 times over the course of this film.
One for each act, I'm assuming.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Exactly. So, beginning of the film, we knock the kid out. We knock the kid out again, and then we knock the kid out one more time. We knock him out by any means necessary. Sometimes we just
Did their parents have to sign on for this, or were you just doing it willy-nilly? I mean,
sometimes you don't need to worry about the parents when you don't tell them.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
If you cared, you'd be there.
Exactly.
Parents.
So we had children knocked out by hammers. We had children knocked out by backhands, and we had children knocked out by black magicians.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy with the big Fu Manchu, was he a magician?
Yes.
Is he a real magician?
Or
Or is he a fake magician?
Nope, he's a real one.
Okay,
No.
not a community theater magician.
No. He was a legit magician. I'm assuming he's friends with Timothy Dalton.
No,
they weren't
they're
friends?
He was friends with Sean Connery, who was also a former James Bond
this.
and a
This
wizard.
is not a good subject.
Okay, I'm not going to linger here.
Nope.
So we can move on to favorite parts, unless we want to.
Nobody else had any risks? No one?
I did not.
No one?
I thought it was risky to use all of those stock scene transitions.
Oh, you're gonna bring up the transitions?
I'm sorry, is that one of your favorites?
I was gonna bring it up, but no, we can talk about it now. So, okay, 2002. I think digital editing is becoming way more accessible for everyone at their home.
We were editing on Video Wave.
Whoa, wow! I would have guessed Pinnacle myself.
Nope, Video Wave.
All right, interesting.
Pinnacle cost a little bit more money.
Yeah, Pinnacle.
Mom didn't want to spring for that.
$20. All right. The scene transitions. This was a tour de force of all different kinds of wipes and triangles and ripples. We had the water ripple
Did
transition.
they do a star wipe at any point?
Don't think we saw a star wipe.
I wish we did.
Because I was waiting to do the joke from The Simpsons where Homer is constantly asking for star wipes in the video he's editing.
Like the white whale.
Did the director also edit this? Or did he just do the graphics?
I believe he had a hand in it.
Okay. So per his request, then I'm assuming all these wild transitions were thrown up the wall. He did.
Yeah, I just remembered.
Did you just remember that?
I did. I just remembered he did.
With your magic powers.
I did. Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Magic powers
You're
of recall.
You're going to question this now.
No.
Really
No,
gonna
no,
question
I'm
this.
just asking.
I apologize.
I don't know the
apologize
extent
for what
of your
happened last
magic
time.
powers.
It makes
just-
a lot of sense that you're a wizard. It makes a lot of sense.
Now, come on here.
But does anyone, before we go into favorite parts and stuff like that, if we want to, does anyone have any questions we want to ask each other to help us better understand this movie? Any questions?
Aaron, are you actually a wizard?
Why would I lie about that?
I can think of a number of reasons.
Just answer the question.
Brittany, why did you
Just answer the question.
why did you fall asleep during this movie?
I didn't.
Well, I guess we're all
Once in my life, I didn't.
I guess we're all liars then, aren't we?
I think I was the only one that was mildly enjoying this movie.
What are you talking about? Aaron just got to see his life unfold on screen.
I showed you guys
But he saw it before.
Only 10 minutes
He
each time,
lived
apparently.
it.
When I lived
Hello.
That is true. So any questions?
I wanted to know if the kid who played Max think that this was fucking lame. Like the whole time he was doing it.
The kid who
Because
played...
he was 14. Like I feel like he had to be like, this is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever
He was
done.
1988, so he's just a year younger than us.
To be fair, it was released in 2002. But when we made it,
He was maybe 12.
he was 12.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna
I
say he
feel like
looked
when you were
really-
12, wouldn't you think this was lame?
No,
Not if
Maybe
you were like,
that's like on the cusp.
young
of,
And I mean-
Timothy Stoltz.
How much money could he have made being in this movie?
Oh, we paid him upwards of $45.
Listen, that's birthday money right there. That's,
but we
that's
had to-
not bad.
We had to take money out for meals,
Understandable.
that does make sense.
so he made closer to 25
Like, oh, I thought he paid you by the end of this.
plus tax. Yeah, he wasn't.
It wasn't good.
No,
it wasn't
not.
good.
It was not the best, but he got a lot of experience.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say that he probably now he maybe looks back on the experience positively, but looks at the product and goes, "Whoa,
Woof.
Buzz, my movie, whoa."
Oh, God.
Any more questions? For anyone else?
I wondered why the mouse had like a really like urban dialect.
Yeah, a little twang.
He did.
Yeah, a little
Because
street-
he
then
was
turned,
black.
Yeah, but then he turned into a human. And he was totally a black elf, so that just explained everything. I still don't understand how the mice killed the demon.
Well, they
guy.
cut that part out.
Oh,
he says-
okay. So what really happened?
He
With the actual story of a Fendagramma?
No, the actual story. He at one point, to me, he just said, "I am very allergic to mice," and I went, "I'm gonna store that away in the old memory bank."
Why did
and I'm
he
gonna
tell
come
you
back to that. I'm gonna come back to that later. And I thought, boy, that's some strange plant, but fortunately worked off as some great payoff later on in life. Yep. But in movie context, no, it makes absolutely no sense. Nope, just some mice and some more mice, and he turns into a mouse. Yep.
I just wanted to mention how the villain in this movie was a mixture of Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show and Darkness from Legend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, a very, very
like the
accurate.
physique of Legend with the attitude of Tim Curry in Rocky Horror,
The role
which was
written
really
for
confusing.
Tim Curry, and we came to him. We said we can pay you upwards of $45 a day minus food
And tax.
And he said something along the lines of "F you," and then he hit us with a cease and desist.
Ooh.
But we went ahead anyway because
were
we're
gonna
not going
say
to let
that
any
he-
law stop us.
I thought you were saying this with the CK.
He said F you, and then he came and he hit us with the CK. And then he told us to fuck off.
Instead of a cease and desist.
Oh my god.
It's not my fault that my life was looked a lot
awesome?
like Legend. It's not my fault.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
not my fault.
so that's what he actually looked like too. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
No, it's we actually used his real head.
Not bad. I have no more questions, Your Honor.
All right. Anyone else have anything we want to ask each other?
Yeah, I want to ask you why Eric and Brittany, you guys are being such jerks. Tom, thank you. Thank you for your support.
I was born a jerk.
Guess you're
It's
just
like
not
being
willing.
a wizard.
Guess you're not just not willing to ask the hard hitting questions.
I guess not.
He's a good host.
No one is. And now we're going to move on to favorite parts. Anyone have anything that they enjoy truly from this movie? This movie is very
few things that made me
giftable.
laugh.
Yeah, ditto.
All right, so what are some things that made us laugh?
There was in like the big feast scene.
Big
one
feast?
Of the, yeah, there was like a big feast near the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah.
When he first goes into the magical world.
Yes, yes.
And like this is just a room filled with like different fantasy races, like of all sorts and kinds.
Just a
And-
bunch of LARPers.
Pretty much. But there was one guy that they kept cutting to very specifically, even though he had no lines whatsoever. And he just looked like this lizard Admiral Akbar, and he was just like waving his arms around. And he would appear out of nowhere with no context. And
He kind of
would
looked
just,
like the
flail
creature from the
around.
Black Lagoon.
A little bit, yeah.
Like the fish face.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even make any noises.
He just always looked bewildered.
Yeah, I
like
liked him.
flapping his little hands.
And Tom and I would just laugh like crazy every time he showed up.
Yeah, he was overreacting and had he was awesome.
I really can't wait to see the gift for that, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely give this movie up.
The part where the Demon King was in the cave and he was like, I have to go. And everyone was like, where are you going? And he just farted and then went to do king stuff. And that was the end of that.
So he's basically a 9-year-old.
Yeah, a disgusting 9-year-old demon.
So now, Aaron, I have a question. You would have been present for any of the scenes where this guy was talking to his minions, correct?
You mean in real life?
In real life.
Or you mean, when they're actually shooting him?
In real life.
I was.
You were there?
Yeah, I was always hiding just around the corner of the
Okay.
cave. Yeah.
So, did you write in the fart for laughs, or did that actually happen?
That actually happened.
Okay, just checking.
Well, why would I ruin a good scene and take out authenticity?
Well, you know what's funny about this movie is that it didn't say based on a true story or anything.
Why would we say that? Why do we need to say that? I mean, chances are parts of your favorite movies have happened before, but they don't need to say. You got your.
Well, I know A Christmas Carol happened.
You got your Magical Max Fury Road, and parts of that probably happened, but they don't need to say at the beginning. Oh, based on a true story. No, they just assume that you're smart enough to know that.
I wish
No.
it was Magical Max.
No, I figured that you'd want to let me know, because the only other way I'd think it was real is if it was found footage, and it definitely wasn't.
Actually,
No.
it might have been.
Was it not? That was not. No way. No way.
So many shaky ankle cams.
Lots of ankle cam.
That was actually taken from the camera that I would attach to my ankle every day and just walk through the woods.
That's an interesting perspective.
Whenever I wanted to look somewhere, I'd always move my feet in the same direction that my eyes were looking. So if I wanted to look right, I'd move both my feet right.
Yeah.
And
You maneuver
left-
like a PlayStation character.
Exactly.
You
Yes.
twist your ankle a lot.
Yeah. My ankles are just perpetually. They're just prosthetics at this point.
I always want to know what ankles saw. That was something I always needed to know.
And now you know.
My favorite part is also going to go off of the King Dagda. That guy had the best gurrs, jars, and loud constantly. This guy's constantly grunting, and I feel like he had to remember his grunts though. Like he had to go by the script grunts. Like, okay, this grunt said BLEGH. I got to blah now. And then, here's one that goes DEAGH. Yeah! Like, he would just do them all as they were written. He needed cues, and I just really want to make a lot of guttural noises.
You're really good at spelling grunts.
Nothing else, though, just grunts.
Ken is not, the most seasoned actor. He had to, he wasn't. So we had to sometimes just shout out from behind the camera, like, now's the time. Gotta grunt or growl.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And
Don't look at us.
it was awkward for him?
It was awkward for everybody on set. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My favorite part.
What's your favorite part?
My
I mean, I
favorite
know it's your
part
life,
was
but...
truly, yes, was how they portrayed my father in this.
Yes.
Was it accurate?
Very accurate. Dad was always missing from my life in very, very crucial ways. But I feel like they really nailed the portrayal of him. The only things he'd ever say to me was, sure, and in a cage. And I just feel like the actor who portrayed him just did a fantastic job. And it just felt like I was back there. Michael Blomstock, I believe his name was. He just nailed that. He that sure and in a cage just brought me right back to my childhood, and I just I had all those feelings just keep bubbling back up. Yeah,
Did your dad ignore you a lot while he was reading the newspaper?
in a cage.
Yeah.
Sure.
My dad always signed my birthday cards, sure, in a cage. Yeah. Always.
So you know.
Love,
I know.
Stan.
I know. Sure in a cage. Sure in a cage, Stan.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
In a cage.
So, anyone else have any favorite parts?
Sure.
When it was when the elf princess was telling Max about the story about her mom and her dad and the Demon King, and it flashed back to the scene in the cave where they reunite the elf queen and king, and the elf queen was just like, my love, and then 10 solid seconds of silence passed, and then the king goes, shh. I just thought that was hilarious.
So, is that it for favorite parts? Or, Eric, do you got stuff?
I do have one more favorite part. Max is once again sleeping in the woods, and he is disturbed from his sleep by these two minions that are coming after him. And one of them is going to try to help him out in some way, but Max's immediate reaction is to beat the shit out of him with a stick. And the minion pleads for his life, and the mouse encourages him to continue beating up this poor man that's been beaten already. And it just made it seem like there was a delusional 12-year-old in the forest beating up old men.
What do you say? You saying that are you saying that this wasn't real? Are you saying that this was just some kid in the woods, high on glue, listening to mice, just beating up people that he would meet, possibly forest rangers or the homeless? No.
You're right. That was very silly of me to think. I apologize.
Yeah. No, that's convincing.
That's pretty far-fetched.
No, that's a much more far-fetched story than you being a wizard.
You guys are just being so disrespectful. I don't even know why I shared this with you.
Well, I mean, you did drop a bomb on us. We didn't even know it was coming. You coming out as a wizard? No. I mean, we couldn't expect that. I mean, that was fresh news to all of us.
How do you expect us to react?
Yeah. I mean, we're still coming to grips with it. We'll get there. So I'm going to go ahead and just say I hated the mouse. Hated the mouse cat. Crimble. Nah. Didn't like Crimble. I'm sorry if Crimble was like real. And he's like your best buddy.
No one liked Crimble, but unfortunately, he was just part of my life.
Necessary. Yeah. All right.
And his lawyers got involved, so we had to put him in.
Yeah.
Do you have like familiars? Like witches have familiars?
Yeah. I don't. Legally, I cannot talk about it, but I will say this.
Is there like an oath of wizardry you can't tell?
No, I can talk about it all I want. I just legally, the legal lawyers, the wizard lawyers. No.
The devil cave scenes in this movie reminded me a lot of the werewolf scenes in FDR.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it was kind of just like shoved in there and it didn't really feel like it fit the right way. Mm-hmm. And it kind of just made the movie drag.
Yeah. No, those were the worst parts of the movie. It's probably because Aaron's character wasn't in it.
That's true.
I was there. I was just right around the corner.
Yeah, but you didn't have any screen time, you know what I mean?
You couldn't see your magic on screen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was always performing magic. Whenever I wasn't on screen, I was always performing magic.
So wizards do magic like magicians, similarly?
Yes.
I mean, real magic, obviously.
Like Chris Angel magic.
Magician,
and then illusions.
Magician's like a 2. Maybe a 1, if you depending on how cynical you are. Wizards are like 9s.
Okay.
Yeah. Samurais are 10s.
I can live with that.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Samurai Cop. So let's rate it. Then.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it an unfortunate fuck off.
Oh my god, my fucking father.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck yeah! All right, who wants to start rating Max Magician using the fudge system just so we can keep it nice and kosher for the kiddies?
I think I'm good to go.
All right, Eric, what do you got?
I'm going to say F you and drop a DGE.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right, I understand.
I would say if you're kind of drunk and you want to enjoy some very thick irony, go for it. Otherwise, this is not a good movie for kids, this is not a good movie for the parents, and this is not a good movie for grandma.
Grandma gives this movie 2 thumbs down.
I'm sorry about what I did to you last episode, but now I take that back.
Good.
Good.
A wizard shouldn't apologize.
I'm sorry I ever did.
You know what? I'm going to rate
But you know what? I'm
gonna
going to cast the spell of forgiveness.
Wait, only Aaron can do that.
I'm also a wizard.
What?
Oh my god, you sons of bitches.
What?
Wait.
You said there wasn't... You said there weren't 2 on here.
I'm a wizard, too.
What? When did this happen?
We're all wizards, guys. We're all wizards. We're all wizards.
Well, that
Time
just...
we came clean.
All right, so I'm going to give it my official wizard fudge rating.
Wizard fudge is the best fudge, by the way.
Oh, it's the only fudge.
You regular mortals are just missing out.
Fudge
sucks. What you think is fudge is garbage.
Compared to wizard fudge. And so I'm going to give this movie... I'm just going to give it a fudge you. I'm going to give the fudge out to the movie. I don't want the fudge. They can take it. They can take it and run as far away from me as possible. As a wizard myself, I don't think this accurately represented my upbringing, and I could not attach myself to this movie in the way that Aaron could because it was his upbringing. So
This is wizard racist.
No,
it takes all kinds,
It's
All
wizard
kinds of
Wait,
wizards.
can a wizard be
Straight wizard
racist against other wizards?
It
Yes,
takes a
they
village
can.
to raise
And
a wizard.
Tom's being wizard racist.
Maybe I am. I don't know if I am, but maybe I am. But I'd say that I wouldn't enjoy this movie at any age, whether it's 3 or 3,000.
Wait,
And you would know.
And I would know
Yeah.
because I'm at least 3,000. I don't even know how old I am. I lost it. 2?
2 years old?
No, 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if he was 2, he might enjoy this.
Yeah.
It's 3 from 3,000.
Yeah.
All right, Brittany, what are you going to rate this?
I'm going to give it a what the fudge.
What the fudge?
Because I really don't understand who the fudge this movie was made for. Or, actually, you know what? I think this movie was just made for the LARPers who were in it. Like, I feel like they were like, all right, we don't get enough of LARPing in our regular lives, so we're going to make a LARPing movie, and then we can just relive our LARP glory over and over.
To show their moms?
Yeah.
We'll get paid to LARP.
Are you just suggesting that this film was conceived by LARPers and they said, "Oh, let's go make a movie in the woods and then we can just also LARP at the same time"? No,
I am more than suggesting that.
No, that's not how it happened.
I don't
in the
believe you.
least.
I don't believe you.
Aaron would know. He's the only one. Aaron, what do you rate the story of your life?
I give it a pack of fudge and 3 wizard hats.
Okay.
Yeah. Because,
Wizard fudge or mortal
go,
fudge?
You're gonna go normal. Crazy?
Mortal
You don't wanna-
fudge.
Wizard fudge is the worst. Yeah, you're gonna go to see the movie with the grandma, and you're gonna get some fudge, and you're gonna eat the fudge while you eat the movie.
Whose
Watch the
grandma
movie.
are you watching this movie with?
Yours.
Oh, no.
She would hate this movie. Take that back.
Well, now that we know no grandmas will be happy with this movie and that we've run out of fudge, does anyone have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I hate all you guys.
If you can watch like the first half hour of this movie, I think people would find it very unintentionally funny. But that's it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The end.
I'm not sure I'd recommend this movie to someone who was looking for like a young person's movie that's enjoyable. I'm not sure I'd say, yeah, Max Magician. If someone wanted to maybe cause themselves some pain and anguish, I could recommend that they watch this movie.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, it was pretty short. It didn't like overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up. You've been listening to Second Class Cinema. We watched Max Magician and The Legend of the Ring.
Second Kids Month pick.
Yeah, second pick of Kids Movie Month.
Oh yeah, kids.
Yeah, it's Kids Movie Month. Thanks, Aaron, for bringing it on. I know that this took a lot for you to bring this story of your life on, to admit you're a wizard to a group of other wizards. But, you know, we do appreciate it, and we understand that that was difficult to do, so thank you again.
Oh, well, you guys didn't act like you appreciate it, so it's the last time I'll share anything with you.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
I didn't appreciate it for the
I'm
record.
going to go into your refrigerator, and I'm going to take all of your...
Don't do that.
I'm going to take...
Don't do that. Don't take all my wizard fudge.
I'm going to take all your melted ice, and I'm going to leave.
All right, fair enough. If you'd like more information on Second Class Cinema, come to Facebook. We are on YouTube and Twitter and Stitcher and TuneIn and iTunes and other places. And also sponsoring Kids Movie Month this month, Fatfoot Films. So you can check them out at fatfootfilms.com. Oh, yeah, it's true, Aaron. You know Fatfoot Films. They're sponsoring Kids Month. 4 movies. You can find our backlog of episodes on their site that they're posting. They're starting with Robo Vampire, moving their way up. So fatfootfilms.com. You can check out our episodes there as well. Aaron's having a blast. Circle wipe. We're out.
You what? Where's Fetch? I need Fetch. Fetch. Fetch!
Did my girlfriend just belch out the word tit?
Yeah, she did.
Sweet.
This is the time to propose, Tom.
The time is now.
Get the magic ring!